Welcome to another 10 at 10 for 10 training. Ace is on vacation, but that's okay. We've still got plenty of stuff we can go through and plenty of teaching and learning still to be done. Tonight is actually going to be a very special training session because one of our valued members, Karen Stoyles, is going to be showcasing the Leadsleap auto lead generation system and landing page system. So with that, I'm going to yield my microphone and let Karen introduce herself and have her take it away from there. The floor is all yours, Karen.
Okay, thanks, Sandra. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you great.
Okay, wonderful. Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you tonight and talk about Leadsleap. It's something that I've been using for, I'm going to say 5 or 6 years. When my husband and I were first introduced to it, he joined a company who shall remain nameless at this point in time, but they sent him a 10-page system, 10 pages of instructions on how to set up Leadsleap and the share codes. And I thought, oh my gosh, John handed it to me and said, could you figure this out? And it did take a little bit of time, but once you understand what they're doing, it actually works together quite well. So I've been using Leadsleap landing pages for, well, to that length of time. They're easily adaptable. They can be created easily. When you first look at it, it's a little intimidating. I get it. I do have some experience with Photoshop and photo editing, so that did help me in one respect. But there's lots of tutorial information on the Leadsleap page. The second thing that interested me with Leadsleap was the autoresponder. Now you can join Leadsleap as a free member and you can have access to the landing pages. If you upgrade to $27 a month, you have access to their autoresponder system, which to me is gold, because when you're creating your landing page, you're trying to capture a lead. And once you have that lead, the autoresponder takes over. It drips emails on them for however long you want. You can do 2 or 3, or you can do 10 or 20. It depends on how much you want to get involved in doing that. But as we all know, sometimes the longer you drip on somebody, the more likely they're going to become a member in your program. So am I able to share my screen? Can I share my screen?
Yeah, yes, you are.
You can,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, let me move that out of the way. So here's a few of the landing pages that I've done up. And this one goes directly to the autoresponder. This one, Michael Dages will probably recognize. He very generously shared his codes for this landing page. I adjusted it just a little bit, and it works well. It sends people directly to the Fundwise training course. I took a copy of Ace's poster, made a landing page out of this one. There's a video 1 or 2 people may recognize. And there again, we're capturing their name and email. And this is the latest one that I did. So we always want to capture the name and the email and get them to click this button to end up in the autoresponder. So how do we create a landing page? Well, we're going to go into Leadsleap. And into the page manager. So we're going to create a page from scratch. We add a new campaign, put the name in. With this tab, you can put in a browser title, such as I've done up here. Otherwise, it'll say Leadsleap or LLPGO, and it'll put the code number for the page you're creating. So let's just put training in there. And then you need to save this change. We're going to add a new page, and we'll do a blank page. As in the case of Michael's share code, this is where you would put the share code in and import, and it gives you an opportunity to change any links that are in the landing page to your links. But we're going to start with a blank design. And we launch editor. You have a number of templates you can work with. And if anybody works online, you probably have seen pages that look very similar to this, but they've changed the text and they haven't done much else with it. I like to take things a little bit further. That's just me. So let's pick this one. First of all, it's going to ask you for the list manager that you want to connect this with, which is the autoresponder. So let's just pick a list ID and we'll save it. One thing I learned with Leadsleap is you want to constantly save your work. So first I'm going to take a look at the background. And we have options here. You can choose a video background. You can choose a photograph. Just click on this, and Leadsleap does have some images they have preloaded in here, and you can select any one of those. There again, I like to do things a little bit differently, so I have downloaded my own images. You can also choose a video background. So we have our floating cash, we have coins. We have falling snow, turning gears. Well, let's go to the gallery. It's easy to upload an image. You just click on here to upload whatever you want to, and it will show up in your system. As long as it's not too big, you may have to scale your image down in size. And save the background. Now, right now, you can't see it very well. We're going to click on background again. And this box behind the picture is giving us grief. So you can choose none. You can choose a color, a gradient, and you can choose the color you want here. But I'm going to go none, which takes that background away. And now the photograph that I just put in is showing. I can change this picture as well. What I think I'd like to do is to put the video in there. So when you click on this box, your choices come up on the right-hand side. So, oh, no, didn't want to do that. So you can, what do you want when somebody clicks on the picture? It can do nothing, or it can go to a website, open a website in a new tab, or show a video. So let's go to a website. Oh, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. Now that's got to go right here. Let's save our work. And now the big test to see if it actually works. So I hit full preview. Click on my link. And there we go. Now, one thing it didn't do was open in a new window. So there I have to click go to a website in a new tab. So we click on that, save our work again. And hit full preview. Click on the picture and there we go. Now, if you remember, I put in that this was going to be Cool Fun Testing in the tab, and all it shows is page preview. The reason it's doing that is because I haven't actually activated this page yet. Once I activate it, you'll see the tab reference that I put in there. So let's go back to Page Builder. To change the text, just click on the box. Your text is right here. We can change the font size up or down and the font color. If you would like a shadow on your text, you can put that in. There's different samples here for different types of shadows. And you can change the direction of the shadow as well. So let's go this way and a little bit of vertical offset. No, that's too much. Let's go back up here. And you can change the color of the shadow as well. That makes it stand out much better, I think. And it's always fun to have a little animation. So, rubber band. There we go. Or maybe, ta-da. There, ta-da. You can delay it. You can have it happen every so many seconds. You can change the speed. I like to think of what the viewer is going to see when they look at the website. Sometimes I find too much animation is distracting. So I try to put a little bit in to catch the attention, but not enough to be annoying. I hope anyway. This particular line, you can change the color of everything but attention. This is how they've set it up, and I have tried to change it a number of times, and I can't figure out how to do it. So it just sort of stays the way it is. And the all-important email gathering information. So you can change the text in here if you like. You could put your best email and your name and whatever you want here. This is the button that people are going to click that will link them to your autoresponder. You could put in claim your free training now. And we can change the direction of these arrows as well. You can rotate them. If you don't like them, well, you can take them out. There are other shapes you can add here. And this is your menu of shapes to choose from. And one thing I discovered is you can change the color of it. So if you don't like that particular red, well, you could go bright red, or you could go purple or black, whatever you want, whatever your color scheme is. No, that doesn't work. That's going to be too much alike. So we have a nice little thumbs up there in black. To add text, just click the text button here. You can move this text bar around. It always comes in the same grayish color. But what I discovered was all you have to do is click in the text box and you can change the color to whatever you want. You don't have to highlight the text to do it. I discovered that by accident. Okay, so how do we add a video to a landing page? Let's take this picture and I'm going to delete it. I thought I was there. I got to delete it up there. There we go. So we're going to add a video. And there's our box to bring the video in. We need a link for a video. I select YouTube and it automatically puts this in. But we want the embed code from the video. So I'm going to paste my YouTube link here. You can right click on the video and copy embed code. Go back to your manager and paste that in the box. And there's the video. And it always comes up the wrong size. Oh, I guess I could make that a bit bigger. The video can be dressed up as well. So let's put a border on it, just a plain border. You can change the thickness of the border. You can change it to solid or dotted, doubled, grooved, and it shows you samples of what it will look like here. Borders, a background shadow, adds just a little more definition around the image. There again, you can change the color. You can also change the blur distance and the blur spread, which is probably not showing up very well. You can see it getting bigger there. That's a little too big, but you get the idea. And there's our video. So let's save it. And we'll do a full preview. And we cross our fingers and pray this works. And there we go. There's the video. When you do a full preview, it allows you to check what it's going to look like on the desktop, which is what I have here, what it will look like on a tablet or on a mobile. So you have options to be sure that it looks pleasing in every format. And that's the basics of putting together a landing page. It's easy. I find it, once you've done it a couple of times, it's easy to work with. And remember to save your work all the time. If you're not happy with something, let's add something in here, because taking something out is a little bit of a different process. Okay, let's add our little symbol there. And I want to undo it. You hit undo, and it wants you to confirm the changes. And then it updates the editor. Oh, I think it just took the border off the video, which is fine. Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
Aaron?
Yes.
Hi, Greg Jones here from Greenville, South Carolina. So I have to take you back. By the way, you make it look so easy, but if you've never done it before, I'm sure it's not as easy as you make it look. But my question actually goes back to the very, very, very beginning,
Mm-hmm.
because you talked about having two, three, multiple landing pages, and this is all brand new to me. So my question is, why do you need more than one landing page?
Because I don't like to use, I mark it through safe lists. So I'm sending out emails every day. I don't want to use the same one every day. So I may not capture the same people all the time, but it gives them something different to look at. So it's not, oh, it's that page again. Oh, this is a new page. So it creates interest when people are going through their emails and clicking on these links. Just gives them something different to look at all the time. But
Totally
Can
understand.
I
Okay.
add to that, Karen?
That's it.
This is my
yes,
question. You might have a different landing page because you're aiming at a different subsegment of the market that you're trying to capture as well. So what's on that page may be aimed at, a group or whatever dynamic it is that you're trying to separate out from the previous or a separate landing page. So that's also another reason why you could have multiple landing pages.
exactly. Good point, Michael. Thank you.
Well, thank you, thank you, Michael, and thank you, Karen.
You're welcome. So let's, for sake of argument, go back to, and I think Greg brought up a good point. For some people, this is a little overwhelming to, because I do take it a little bit further than many people would. But let's go back to a template and choose. Well, let's choose this template. So if it's something that you're fairly satisfied with and all you want to do is change the text, then that's all you need to do. Except you should type properly. Oh my goodness. I think I'll quit there.
You always
I think
type
it has
worse
spell
when
check.
people are watching.
I know. I got a true story for you. When I was just a young thing, once upon a time, I went for a job interview and I was going for a job as a secretary. And I had to do a typing test, which is understandable. So they give me a piece of paper and the typewriter, like this is going back a long time. And I was sure the guy was standing right behind me. I was positive, and I flubbed that test so bad. And I told him what happened. And he said he let me do it again, but didn't get the job, but he was very nice about it. Okay, so here again, you can go in and change the information here to whatever you like. It's simple to do. Just put in anything. You could change the picture to one of the pictures they have in their gallery. There's your luxury lifestyle. And this allows you to place it in different areas in the page. I usually just leave it in the center.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why is it that in all your landing pages you don't have the telephone number?
Because I would prefer to contact people through email.
Oh, okay, and I guess I'm the opposite. I'd rather contact them by phone.
Yeah. My telephone number is not, no, it's not in my emails either. No, I'd rather do it this way. Develop the contact first of all, and then get in touch with them later.
Yeah, and also if you sent out a big amount too, you wouldn't want to get a million phone calls.
Exactly. We did that a long time ago, and we got calls in the middle of the night. We're in Eastern time zone, and we would get calls from people on the West Coast, and you know, it just got to be a little much. So yeah.
I
Yeah.
think here lately that one thing that we thought about doing is saying, rather, when you put the phone number there, say no phone calls, just text. Just text us. That way,
Could do
when
that
you,
as, yeah, could do that as well. That's a
Can-
good idea.
Can you put the phone number in that landing page if you want to?
You could put anything in here you want.
Okay.
You could put that easily in one of the text boxes.
You know, another option is to get like a Google phone number where you would have to leave a message and then you can call them back. And that would be the process rather than them calling you directly at any time of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Yeah. So you could put your picture, you could put your full address in here, your email address, any sort of contact information that you want. And anything that you put in here, like a picture, you can make that clickable that could go to your web page. So remember I showed you, we've got this picture. You could put down here, oh, it's going to go to a website in a new tab. And then you can put the URL down here. And then it will go to a website in a new tab.
pretty much make
Yeah.
everything clickable.
Well, exactly. You could
Yeah.
make these little arrows clickable if you want.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yep. What do you want to do on that clicker? There we go. Let's put it to a website.
No.
Karen's
No,
Matt Casey.
Yes.
I noticed you had some in Spanish. Are there any language options available in this, or would it have to be imported type thing?
I am not aware of a language option. No.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know that. You mean one of the templates had Spanish in it?
Yes,
Yeah.
your last one did.
Oh, okay. Usually they just put the sort
Yeah,
of gibberish
usually
in.
it's
Yeah.
non-verbiage.
Yeah.
Just looks like it's
It's usually
so you can change
just
it
a
up.
space filler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, another thing I noticed here too, Karen, is that if you wanted to do a advertising campaign, you could easily do that, for example, with Google AdSense, and then just link your landing page that you've designed to those ads, so that when they click on the ad, that takes them directly to the landing page. So
Oh, okay.
that's another option. It
Yeah,
looks
I'm
like.
not familiar with that, but
Yeah,
that
I've done
sounds
that
great.
in the past. So
Very good. Thank you. Well, I think what I'll do is close this little gaff out. Nobody has any more questions.
I want to thank you for the training tonight, Karen. I thought
You're
that was
welcome.
very helpful. Very helpful. You made it look so easy.
nice
Well,
job.
if anybody has questions about it, feel free to reach out to me on Telegram and I'll do my best to help you with it.
Karen,
Thank you so much.
I just want to know, we know you're on the East Coast, but I would just want to know what city and state you're in.
Oh, okay. I'm in Canada. I'm in the Great North, and I live about
Montreal, or where?
an hour southwest of Toronto in a place called Kitchener.
Kitchener. Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Kitchener is where the Oktoberfest in Canada originated.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it became it's a big celebration up here every year. Kitchener used to be, its original name was Berlin, and they changed it to Kitchener, oh boy, over 100 years ago. And Oktoberfest started here in Canada, so it's a big festival.
When we all get millionaires, we'll have to get a group of us to come visit you.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Karen, how do
Should-
you, sorry, how
Yes.
do you connect the autoresponder?
Okay, the autoresponder is connected right here. So what you need to do is create a list.
Mhm.
So let's add a new list, and this will be pool. You add the list, then you need to activate it. You need to put in your name, your address. Leadsleap will verify that. They will send an email to that particular address. You get a code. Then add your postal address, a signature if you like, and then save and activate it. Then you can start to put in your emails.
Okay.
So you would add a new email here. Subject, and the instructions are pretty clear here as to what you need to do. And there are tutorials everywhere in here.
Yeah.
There are tutorials right here. So once you create this list, here is your list ID.
Okay.
So let's go back to that page that we started. Pool funding testing. I will go into Launch Editor. And right here, click on Get List ID. And there's my pool funding test 2.
Okay.
Click on that and save it. And now those two are linked.
Wow. Okay.
So it seems like the recommendation is it takes about 7 exposures to get them to make a response.
More than 7.
Yeah, so you make about seven of those at the least amount.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can. Sometimes I get responses right away. I had, I've had quite a few people sign up for the FundWise course out of this. And a couple of them have come in as members. So I'm very happy about that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome, Donna.
Karen, can I ask you what database you used that you saw them come in?
What database I used?
Yes. Did you, where did they come from?
These are leads that I've generated through my safe lists.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm sending out emails daily through the safe list, and that's where they're coming from.
I gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question, Karen.
Yes.
Are domain costs included to make the pages live?
No, you don't need a domain to make it live.
Okay.
If you want to, you can use one, but then you would have to link the Leadsleap page to your domain in your domain provider.
And did they do the hosting? This Leadsleap does the hosting.
will host it. Yeah. Okay. Let's go down here for a second. Oh, I'll go right here. So I created a page for myself, and this is a domain name that I have, but I just made it up for my links, so I can go here quickly and get my links. Oh, there's the login. So I had to link that domain name with Namecheap.
Oh, and they won't do the hosting for free though. You have to be a paid member
with
Leadsleap.
Yeah.
I think so. I think you have to be a paid member in order to get the hosting.
That I'm not sure of. I'm a paid member, so maybe that's part of it. That question I can't answer. But my domain is not hosted with Leadsleap. It's hosted with Namecheap, and I just assigned my link from here to my domain in Namecheap.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Any more questions? Okay, I'll turn it back to you, Lisa.
Thank you so much, Karen. That was amazing. I greatly appreciate the valuable training and took some great notes. And I will turn off the recording. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. And as Karen said, if you need her, reach out to her on Telegram. Do they have your Telegram username, Karen? I'm sure they can
Oh,
find
I
you.
should, yeah, they should be able to reach me in the group, no
Yeah.
problem. It's at KJ Stoyles.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you again, Karen.
You're
And I
welcome.
will turn off the recording. Okay.